Guys, it's Captain's Production 72 and welcome to episode 19 of collecting the complete saga in LEGO. If you're not familiar, this is my series where I'm collecting the complete saga in LEGO, all the playable characters. This series features many real minifigures such as Jar Jar Binks from 1999, as well as many custom minifigures, for example, Ki-Adi-Mundi over here. And in this episode, I have 2 Jedi minifigures to add. In the previous episode, we added Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan from the negotiations level, and I got to fix his cape a bit there. That's better. And these are more minifigures from Brick Rebellion, who has, previously those are the Force Ghosts are his work, the Ugnaught, just name some stuff, those 2 Lukes. Brilliant custom creator, go check him out over on Instagram, that's Brick Rebellion on Instagram. So these 2 minifigures are going to help us fill in this top row, which is kind of like my main goal recently, is to try and get at least 1 complete row on this. And obviously I've got some figures that are currently on back order, or pre-order I should say, some custom manufacturers that should help us do that. But yeah, these episodes may start being a little bit quicker, just to get them out. So this one will not be a long episode, but nonetheless, let's go to the table and I'll show you what I've picked up for this episode. Alright, so you join me over here at the table. So the 2 figures that I've got for this week's episode are from the Attack of the Clones movie, and these 2 are, again, some of my favourite minifigures. These ones, I remember years ago as a kid, I would take the official version, swap out the yellow heads and hands for like more updated torsos to look a little bit like the game. But these are easily better than that. So the first one that we got here, and this is the one you unlock first in the game technically, is Obi-Wan. For some reason, autofocus is not doing its job today. There we go. So this is Obi-Wan from Attack of the Clones, really nicely done. Again, Brick Rebellion is the place to go for these minifigures. These are pretty damn cool. These are minifigures I needed for a while. And when it comes to finding minifigures, the Jedi ones seem to be some of the easiest ones to find, apart from, those 5 that require insane molds to exist. But this is pretty cool. And it's not just Obi-Wan that I've picked up. I've also picked up Anakin that goes along with him. This is pretty good. So, someone argued previously in a comment section of one of these episodes that when I get the Anakin, I'd have to give him a green lightsaber. Not going to do that. I'm going to go with game accuracy, because even in the Geonosis Arena level, they don't change him to have green. He has a blue lightsaber throughout that game. I can't wait for somebody to find a screenshot that's wrong. But these are pretty nice looking minifigures. Again, kind of like what we looked at last week, these are really just reprints of existing minifigures. There's not like much change. It's not like some of the insane stuff on here, like Shock T or, Queen Amidala or the Magna Guard that are, specialized molds that have to be made. These are quite easy to get hold of. And let's take them over at the stand and add them on over there. Alright, so we're back over at the stand. Again, we're filling in the top row with these, so we're going to take Obi-Wan. He goes first. These figures are not actually next to each other. So the Obi-Wan goes up the top here, next to R4P17. And if we take the Anakin, he goes over here next to Padme, because of course he does. And we've got those nice little sections up there. So we're only missing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 4 figures away. Oh, by the way, this extra row over here technically isn't a row. It's just the design of the stand. I'm planning to fill the things like the gold brick, the red brick, the mini kit, all that kind of stuff. Once I find some of those things. I found a mini kit for sale, I just need to find the other things. I suppose a red brick's easy enough. I want to use those Marvel CMF style stands to have them floating. But anyway, that's a nice little addition. I'm going to fix his lightsaber up there. It's a nice addition to the collection. A fine addition to my... Yeah, we're going to show up the Grievous quote on the screen. That's happening. But I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Keep an eye out for episodes of collecting Lego Batman 1 in Lego. Those should be coming out round about now. Hopefully I'm filming this the same day I filmed the last episode. Filming them and then uploading them in strange orders. Oh well. But I'll see you guys for episode 20, which should be out next week.